What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Just back again with another video. This is your one-stop shop for anime and manga. Let's get into it. I want to start by saying thank you to everyone for subscribing. If you're new here, you like my content, you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing, leaving a like, hit the bell so you don't post another video. Also follow me on Twitter. Link's gonna be in the description. What's up, y'all? I'm sorry about last month. I couldn't get the Boruto video out, and a lot of just stuff happened that month, so I'm so sorry about that. But let's get back into it. We're going to do Boruto Chapter 12 review. If you've been following the chapters recently, Chapter 12 starts off with Boruto and Hidari finally facing off. Boruto gets to Sarada. He has Himawari. He's going to start protecting them. And as soon as he gets to where Hidari and Sarada are, Hidari tries to cut him down. So after Boruto tells Konohamaru to keep Himawari safe, Hidari goes in for the attack, and Boruto counters with his sword, and he uses his wind-style breakthrough. And the nice, cool thing about it was the fact that he actually learned how to use one-handed hand signs. Obviously, we know who that's from. His master Sasuke finally taught him how to do that. I'm gonna be a little bit honest. I don't really like the one-handed hand signs because that just takes away from Naruto and like the lore from, you know, back in the day, the very first fight with Zabuza and Kakashi, where you had to conceal your hand signs. But that's a story for another day. That's just my little 2 cents on it. Anyway, back with the chapter, and that's when it cuts away to Kawaki and Delta, and they're just there flying over Jura, and they see him, just standing there menacingly. They don't know what exactly he's going on, and Kawaki realizes that Boruto leapt to Hidari, and he used the space-time ninjutsu. So he's just trying to figure out what is Jura possibly doing, and he just can't believe Boruto actually learned space-time ninjutsu. After that little talk with Kawaki and Delta, we cut away to Konohamaru and the team. And basically, Konohamaru is acting as if he would, because he doesn't remember who Boruto is. He thinks Boruto is the one that killed the 7th Hokage. So he's talking to Boruto and he's saying, "Why do I have to listen to you? Do you know who I am? Who are you to make these judgment calls, to give me orders? You're no one. You're just a traitor to the village." And obviously, Sarada is trying to tell her sensei, "Listen, it's not what you think." Because Sarada remembers exactly what's going on, but Konohamaru does it. Konohamaru still thinks that he's the one, Boruto's the one that killed the 7 Hokage. So Sarada's just trying to let him know, listen, you have to, at this point, listen to Boruto because he knows what he's talking about. He's clearly dealt with these different types of claw grinds before, because at this point, they don't really know that they're sentient god trees. They just know they're similar to Code because they can travel through the claw marks, that they're similar to claw grinds because they're actually like trying to devour chakra. So Konohamaru and the team, they don't really know what's going on, but Boruto has dealt with them before. So he's trying to give them orders, trying to keep everyone safe, but everyone's in their head because they don't realize Boruto's there trying to help. Sarada, being as smart as she is, she actually starts to piece it together. She realizes that this guy Hidari, he's able to not only do some of the jutsus that my father did, he's also able to fight in his style. And that's when Boruto kind of breaks it down a little bit, and he says that these types of claw grinds came from absorbing the chakra of a ninja and becoming into a sort of a god tree in a sense. And that's how these sentient god trees spawn. So Boruto is basically saying that, listen, Hidari is from his master Sasuke. That's how he has all his different jutsu. That's how he has somewhat of his memories, and he has his fighting style. I think one of the funniest things in the chapter is that Boruto sees someone from the sensory unit, and he even tells him, listen, look out for the claw marks. Let me know if there's any chakra in any of them. And every time he tries to give orders, trying to save everyone's life, everyone just comes to him and says, listen, you're not who you are. You're a traitor. You killed the Hokage. We're not going to listen to you. Boruto doesn't care about none of that. That's what I really like about this chapter so far and about the series as of right now. He's not caring about nothing. He knows what he has to do is right. He's giving the orders, and if you want to listen to him, go ahead. He's going to save you as much as he can, but at the end of the day, you have to be the one to really understand he knows what he's talking about, because he clearly has fought these things before. He has information that the other ninjas on this team don't have, so reluctantly, they all end up listening to him eventually, and the sensory unit goes and tries to sense what's going on with the claw marks. He senses chakra from all of them, and that's when a whole bunch of claw grinds spawn out from all of the claw marks, and that's exactly where he springs into action. Boruto goes ahead and tells Konohamaru, listen, get back, take Himawari to safety, because that's all he really cares about right now is his sister. And he goes and he attacks the claw grinds, and he has Sarada to back him up. We get a nice little cool little action sequence with Boruto and Sarada going back to back fighting how they used to back in the previous series. And Sarada goes and attacks one of the claw grinds, and that's when Hidari ends up spawning from that claw grind, grabs Sarada, and he thinks, okay, my time is now. I can finally devour her. Boruto is over there handling the other ones. I'm going to devour Sarada. And of course, Boruto being who he is, being who his grandfather is and who his father is, he throws a ninja star at the back of the claw grime, and he uses his flying Raijin, and then he hits Hidari with the nice, just like flying Raijin level 2 Rasengan, similar to what Minato did back when he fought Obito. I love the little callbacks that they're doing with Boruto, because they really are making him feel like he's almost like similar to the fourth Hokage, because he's doing a lot of the same moves, and he basically that's basically what he did. A flying Raijin level 2, hit him with a Rasengan, and it completely decimated Hidari. It's at this point that everyone knows that Hidari can go into the claw marks and he can heal himself. Up until this point, we didn't really understand how he was doing it, but now it cuts away and it shows him back in the dimension, and basically it looks like the god tree that's there, it comes back and it actually heals him and completely rejuvenates his body. So that looks like how he's basically healing himself, because he is a god tree, so he's just using other like god trees to heal himself. Once Hidari is fully healed, he comes back and he spawns a whole bunch of claw marks, and then he goes away, hides again, and he's gonna go in and try and attack Boruto and Sarada again. It's at this point that Boruto realizes, listen, he tells Sarada, I'm going to have to kill him. I can't hold back at this time, because if I do, we're gonna die here. So he uses his new Rasengan, the Rasengan Uzuhiko. I hope I'm saying that right. So if y'all don't know, I think in like the first 2 or 3 chapters, Boruto used Rasengan Uzuhiko on Code, and it completely spun him out. And he basically said, if you're going to continue to spin until you die, there's no turning off the jutsu unless I turn it off. So we get a little more context in the Rasengan, which honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. It's interesting. So basically, the way the Rasengan works is Boruto uses the rotation of the planet. And in order to gain the rotation of the planet, he has to have his feet firmly set on the ground, and he has to absorb like the chakra and the rotation of the planet. And the longer he does this, the stronger his Rasengan Uzuhiko will become. Now the thing about this is, because he's using the Earth's rotation to effectively hit someone else with a Rasengan, the Uzuhiko does not have any type of limit. There, it can go as strong as it can, as long as Boruto has the time to charge it. So that's when Boruto tells Sarada, listen, just give me some time. I need to charge the Rasengan Uzuhiko, because I'm going to hit Hidari with one shot and it's going to kill him for good. So while Boruto is charging the Rasengan Uzuhiko, Hidari comes back and he tries to attack Boruto and Sarada again. And here's where Konohamaru finally steps in. He uses his own version of the Rasengan he's developed, the Rasengan Barrier, which looks like it's just a gigantic, just Rasengan, just widespread Rasengan. It hits Hidari, gets him out of there a little bit, buys Boruto a little bit more time, and they're trying to buy as much time as he can so he can charge the jutsu. The thing is, it does take a long time to charge for the type of attack that he wants to do, and that's not enough. So Hidari ends up grabbing Sarada, and he's going to devour her, and that's when she decides, okay, I have to use my other jutsu, which is Chidori's Stream, and she completely annihilates him. She gets him a little bit weak. Once she gets him a little bit weak, she counters, kicks him into the air, and that's when Boruto, even though he's not done charging the Rasengan, he attacks with the Uzuhiko, and he completely sends Hidari flying. And honestly, I'm surprised this didn't kill him, but obviously, you know, he didn't charge it enough, and it's the beginning of the manga series, so he wasn't going to be able to kill someone in that one shot. Now, this one, it is interesting because it's basically the world's strongest jutsu. It has no limit, but the one drawback is he has to charge it. So if he has, like, I guess the prep time to charge up the Uzuhiko, it may be the strongest jutsu we've ever seen. That's yet to be seen. Obviously, we don't know what other drawbacks there could be, or like what other types of either new Rasengans he may develop in the future. We don't know that yet. So with the Uzuhiko, Boruto creates this gigantic just Rasengan and completely decimates Hidari, and it doesn't kill him, but it splits him damn near in half. All that's left is just like his top torso, and that's when Kawaki comes by. He grabs Hidari, and he finally, it looks like he completely destroys him, and he pins him down, and he finally says it's over. We're going to be done here. Once Kawaki fully destroys Hidari, we see what looks like maybe the cause of these like sentient god trees, and that's the core. So Boruto grabs the core, and he's relaying the information to Kashin Koji through his toads, and that's where Kashin Koji confirms this is the Thorn Soul Bulb. As Boruto is trying to leave, Kawaki obviously stops him. You know, he wants answers. He wants to know what's going on. And honestly, Boruto is just not having it. He does not want to talk to Kawaki. He does not want to give him any type of answers. He even tells Kawaki, listen, get out of my way or I'll just cut you down. And he tries to go. And that's when we see Boruto just get struck and missing all the vitals. He gets struck with some type of like laser from distant. Boruto drops a thorn soul bulb, and we see that it's Jura that's basically shooting these like lasers at not only Boruto, but he shoots them at Sarada, gets her in the hand, and it looks like, from what I can tell in the manga, it looks like it was coming from his his Renegon. So it looks like that might be his specific Renegon ability. I might be completely wrong about that. Y'all let me know. I think that's where it was coming from though. It's at that point that the Thorn Soul Bulb flies away and it goes to Jura, and it looks like he's gonna end up probably trying to either eat that core, or he may try to resurrect Hidari. We don't know yet. It's at this point that Jura makes a decision, and he realizes that Kawaki is gonna have to be the only one that he's going to devour, because Boruto Otsutsuki is far too dangerous to just let be walking around the world. And that's where the chapter ends. So we might get Boruto versus Jura next chapter. I hope we do. That's gonna be a nice, interesting fight. Now, right now, Boruto is injured, but he missed all of the vitals, so he probably still may be able to heal himself. I think Sarada knows how to heal as well, so she may be able to heal him real quick and just they go and fight Jura. Or maybe it might be Kawaki goes to fight Jura. We don't know yet. So that's the entire chapter of Boruto chapter 12, and it's really getting interesting. A lot of these little pieces are starting to come together, and now we finally got a little bit of knowledge on how the hell these sentient god trees came to be. So that's pretty much it for the Boruto chapter 12 review, and I really enjoyed the chapter. It really is an amazing series. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex is hitting every single month. I can't believe I'm enjoying it this much. It's far better than the beginning of the series. I can't believe just the quality has jumped this much. Honestly, I can't wait to see what's next in the series. I wish it was weekly, but unfortunately, we do gotta wait till next month. So that's pretty much it. Let me know down below what your thoughts on the chapter, and let me know if you even like the series Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, or even the entire Boruto series in general. Thank you for making this far into the video, and thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, you like my content, you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing, leaving a like, hit the bell so no post no video. Also follow me on Twitter, links will be in the description. This is your boy Just. I'm off this.